In this podcast episode, Stephen Blackwood explores the pervasive meaning crisis in contemporary society, delving into themes of alienation, nihilism, and the decline of religion. He discusses the impact of architecture on cultural values, the importance of commitment to higher causes, and the role of human relationships in fostering meaning. Blackwood also addresses the implications of modernization, the psychological aspects of the woke rebellion, and the interplay between ideology and human nature, ultimately calling for a cultural shift towards transcendent ideals and meaningful connections. Blackwood delves into the concept of a meaning crisis that pervades contemporary society. He emphasizes the necessity of understanding what meaning truly is, arguing that it cannot be self-generated but must transcend the individual. This transcendence is vital for a fulfilling life, as it connects individuals to higher ideals such as love, truth, beauty, and family. Drawing on Viktor Frankl's notion of self-transcendence, Blackwood posits that true fulfillment arises from dedicating oneself to causes greater than oneself. Blackwood highlights a growing sense of alienation among individuals who feel disconnected from the sources of meaning that could enable them to lead lives worth living. This alienation is intensified by a pervasive ideological nihilism that denies the existence of objective truths and values. He points out that this nihilism, often propagated by certain academic and cultural movements, leads to a disconnection from the very ideals that imbue life with significance. When individuals are taught that concepts like truth and beauty are mere constructs, they become disoriented and lose their sense of purpose. The decline of religion in modern society is another critical aspect of the meaning crisis that Blackwood addresses. Historically, religion has provided a framework for understanding mortality and the human experience. Without this guiding structure, individuals struggle to find meaning in their lives. Blackwood suggests that the loss of religious narratives contributes to the overall meaning crisis, as people lack a coherent narrative to help them navigate their existence and confront their mortality. The discussion transitions to architecture as a reflection of cultural values and ideologies. Blackwood argues that architecture can either uplift or degrade the human spirit. He contrasts beautiful, historically significant buildings with modern, utilitarian structures that often lack aesthetic appeal. Beautiful architecture fosters a sense of connection to history and community, while brutalist designs can convey feelings of alienation and insignificance. This connection to beauty and history is crucial for individuals to feel grounded in their environment. Blackwood emphasizes that creating something enduring, such as a cathedral, requires a commitment to a higher cause, even if the creator will not see the final result. This dedication to long-term projects reflects a belief in something greater than oneself, which is increasingly rare in contemporary culture. He laments that modern society often lacks such endeavors, leading to a sense of disconnection from both the past and the future. The quality of human relationships and the environments we create significantly impact our sense of meaning. Blackwood argues that a functional home fosters reciprocity, forgiveness, and joy, while a dysfunctional one breeds hostility and despair. This relational aspect of life is intertwined with the broader cultural context, as the values and aesthetics of our surroundings influence our experiences and perceptions. Blackwood calls for a cultural shift that prioritizes the cultivation of meaning through connection to transcendent ideals, beautiful environments, and meaningful relationships. He stresses the need to ask fundamental questions about the lives we want to lead and to build a culture that supports individuals in their pursuit of a life worth living. The conversation continues with the importance of beautiful buildings and architecture in urban environments. Blackwood emphasizes that aesthetically pleasing structures contribute to the quality of life in cities, fostering a sense of community and belonging. He notes that urbanization has led to people living in close proximity, which can result in various social pathologies, such as violence and mental health issues. Referencing Desmond Morris's concept of the human zoo, he suggests that modern urban life can mirror conditions of animals in captivity, leading to psychological and social problems. Blackwood posits that societies often lose the virtues that initially led to their success as they become more prosperous. This cycle can result in a crisis where the very foundations of civilization are questioned. He suggests that a return to fundamental virtues may be necessary to navigate potential crises, emphasizing the importance of recognizing and addressing the underlying issues that arise from a disconnection with reality. The concept of being ravenous for meaning is another theme Blackwood explores, highlighting a growing crisis of meaning in contemporary society. He draws parallels between physical hunger and a hunger for purpose, suggesting that as people become more aware of their existential needs, they may seek deeper fulfillment beyond material success. This awakening can lead to a collective desire for meaningful lives, presenting opportunities for individuals to engage in self-transcendence and contribute positively to society. Blackwood argues that true fulfillment often comes from acts of service and sacrifice for others. He emphasizes that focusing on the needs of others can alleviate feelings of loneliness and depression, encouraging individuals to engage in community-building activities. This selflessness fosters a sense of connection and purpose, which is essential for personal and societal well-being. When discussing Western civilization, Blackwood defines it as a broad phenomenon rooted in the idea of the individual and their connection to reality. He traces its origins to ancient Greece and highlights the influence of Christian and Jewish traditions. At its core, Western civilization is characterized by the belief that individuals possess inherent worth and agency, allowing them to navigate and understand the world around them. Blackwood discusses the complexities and ramifications of freedom, particularly how it can lead to instability. He argues that while freedom is a fundamental aspect of Western civilization, it also creates a landscape where individuals can act without a clear understanding of the consequences of their actions. This instability is exacerbated by a lack of appreciation for the foundational structures that support society, which he refers to as load-bearing structures. These include trust, safety, and the ability to navigate complex social and geopolitical environments. The importance of naming and recognizing evil in society is another critical point Blackwood makes. He argues that it is crucial to call out destructive behaviors and ideologies for what they are, rather than downplaying them as mere misguided actions. Acknowledging the existence of evil is necessary to confront the profound destructiveness of certain movements and ideologies that threaten the fabric of society. Blackwood delves into the psychological aspects behind what he terms the woke rebellion. He suggests that this rebellion is rooted in a form of psychological brokenness, where individuals, particularly the youth, grapple with a crisis of meaning. This crisis is tied to broader societal changes that have left many feeling disconnected and alienated. The failure to provide young people with a sense of belonging and purpose has led to their current discontent and rebellion against established norms. The broader implications of modernization, which has led to significant dislocation in society, are also discussed. Blackwood points out that technological advancements and the ease of movement have fundamentally altered human relationships and social structures. People are now more disconnected from their local communities and traditions, leading to a sense of alienation that can manifest in various forms of social unrest. Blackwood emphasizes the necessity of recognizing the interplay between ideology, human nature, and the evolving technological landscape. He advocates for a deeper exploration of these themes to foster a culture that supports the realization of human potential and addresses the existential questions that arise in the face of rapid change.